One morning, Thomas the Tank Engine was waiting for Bertie the Bus to arrive with his passengers. However, Bertie was running late today. This was making Thomas very anxious until he heard a noise. The next day, Thomas was given permission by the Fat Controller to see Bertie again.
Oh, good morning, Thomas. Good morning. So, what happened, Bertie? Why were you running late yesterday?
Oh, that blasted signal wasn't working.
I couldn't tell why, but for some reason it feels like it hates my guts. And so until I could leave, I've got myself a couple of workmen to fix the broken signal, and I had to wait 5 minutes longer than any other vehicle on this island. Oh yeah, I timed it. Well, Bertie, I'm sure that happens to other vehicles too, and I should know. Look, Thomas, I don't think you got the picture. Oh, I do, Bertie. Once, I was running late with my branch line express. Quite late indeed.
And this was the story Thomas told. One morning, Thomas was waiting for Gordon to arrive with his passenger train. But Gordon hasn't arrived yet. This made Thomas feel very cross.
Where's Gordon? He doesn't usually make us wait.
At that moment, Thomas wanted to leave, but he had to wait for Gordon's passengers.
Where have you been, Gordon?
Oh, sorry I'm late, little Thomas. Apparently there's been dreaded signal failures again.
Well, just be glad that I'm considered the Fat Controller's guaranteed connection, Gordon. Unless you want to run my branch line like a common tank engine. Well, sorry I cannot chat right now. Got a branch line to run. Cheerio.
Silly engine. No one ever lets me forget the time that I overran the platform, all because my driver could have sworn that he saw a waving green flag in the background. That evening, Thomas was grumbling to Percy and Toby about what he would say to Gordon the next day when they next meet.
I mean, it just comes off as very undignifying.
Well, to be fair, Thomas, said Toby, it wasn't Gordon's fault, nor your fault. It was just a broken signal. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Well, yes, I seem to get that, said Thomas. But Gordon should have known by this point that I'm to be considered the guaranteed connection of this railway's network. After all, little engines can do big things. Remember from that 19% on Rotten Tomatoes movie, Thomas and the Magic Railroad?
I think I see your point, said Toby.
Cheer up, Thomas, said Percy. I'm sure that things will turn up all right at some point, right?
I highly doubt that ought to happen, Thomas thought to himself. Afterwards, he dozed off to sleep, waiting for morning to come. The next morning, Thomas was picking up passengers from James's train and was ready to head off to Knapford Station to meet Gordon. Usually, everything runs like clockwork, but today there was trouble. A lady in a green floppy hat was waving goodbye to a friend. It was nearly time for Thomas to leave. Unfortunately, the fireman looked towards Clarabelle and saw something green waving. Right away, mate! Then, everything happened at once.
Silly little branch line engine, what are you playing at?
Oh dear, now I'm sure to miss Gordon's express train now.
Once all of the passengers got on board, Thomas went off with Annie and Clarabelle. Where could that cheeky tank engine be? Everybody knows that I'm the fastest and best and I pull the express, not some silly old slow coach. Then Gordon heard a whistle. Well, well, well. Looks like the tables have turned on you, little Thomas, grumbled Gordon, who was now wearing an icy scowl on his face. The embarrassed little tank engine tried to explain everything, but was rather worried that Gordon might be angry with him. But instead, Gordon remembered what Thomas said yesterday about being late, and the memory can only make him smile. Hey, don't worry, kid. Everybody makes mistakes, said Gordon. Even us proud engines can make hiccups from time to time. The big blue engine can remember the day when he fell in the ditch back in 1953.
You really think so?
Absolutely. Guess I have to practice my express runs better next time, so this way I won't have to be late every day.
So in conclusion, Bertie, there can be times when being late isn't such a bad thing after all. Well, maybe not all the time. Well, looks like you've convinced me, Thomas. Guess I'll have to practice being on time for your passengers. After all, you are a guaranteed connection.